toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop him.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. Makes his man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Makes the grab. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Looking to throw again. Finds his back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Here comes the hurry-up. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a three-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Looking for a man. It's Heath. Gets open down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a good job by the dragger out there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Newton. Turns it on in midfield. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Floating away. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fired. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. DB's right up on the receivers. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
Makes the grab. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got a man. Flips a tackle, and he's got room. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to pass. It's Heath. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They're working that left side. Finds a crease at the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The give to the tailback. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. The give out of the gun. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. And picking up the 1st down will be nice here, but also important. Get some cushion for the punt team. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. To the air, it's Heath. Quickly out to the tight end.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Bringing the heat. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop them? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him? Or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Looking for a push on 4th down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nice move there. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there, go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Keith. Finds his man in the middle, and they swarm him under.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one splits the uprights. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. And the Golden Gopher. Hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Punts it out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release by the QB. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st, it's at the 37. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Finds his target down the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to throw, it's Heath. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And the Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
It'll be 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Rushes on him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to return it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feel.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Spartans just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Off play action on first down. He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Keith. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
A strike downfield. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
And the Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Michigan State! And that one will give them the lead. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Red pass hits complete. On the move at the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And wings it incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Breaks into the open. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo here for the offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Golden Gophers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Gophers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Back open in the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Golden Gophers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's looking to pass. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
But it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Minnesota! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Heath. Snagged out of the air.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Spartans decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Time to take a shot. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down. They're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
Turning it on! He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Hold it.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. To throw, it's Heath. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Spartans! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nope.
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Finding an escape route. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. Right back to the well. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now, it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you're the defensive coordinator, no time to worry about bust. You have to sell out to get the ball back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Heath. Makes the catch. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Running into the open space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's loose down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sparty. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Great play by the defense, and they're expecting this, right? In a 2-minute situation, they've got a 2-possession lead. They got a lot of DBs out on the field, and everybody's eyes are just on the quarterback. They're all seeing it thrown, and they're breaking on the ball, and they come away with a nice interception.
Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Heath. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Spartans are threatening in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just plowing ahead. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving. Get a few...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle, it's Preston. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big play.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0 in the